So it's time for a little bit of that Shining Wizards homework, and Tony gave us a doozer last week when he dropped WrestleMania 7, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rick the Model Martel blindfold match in our laps. Tony, what made you decide on this gem?
Because I love it and it's very polarizing. Like I even saw comments in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, you should join. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, people didn't like this match at all. They thought it was like silly, pointless, didn't have a lot going on, not a lot of structure. I enjoy it. I will start you off with this. Like watching it in my younger days, I don't want to say I was a kid because I was in, I think I was in high school at this point, but I was like practically graduating. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought like the few spots that they actually did were really funny and really well done. Watching it as a much older gentleman, you kind of pick up on the fact that, yeah, maybe they could exactly see where they were in the ring. You get a lot of times where people are just reaching out and grabbing ropes. And it's like, how the fuck did he know the rope was there? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was enjoyable. And I figured I wanted to get my fellow Wizards' thoughts on it. Here's something before we get in, HK. I'll let you go. I was doing a little bit of background. Like we know it got built up where the model sprayed the arrogance in his eyes on Brother Love. He came back out and he actually DDT'd Brother Love on a subsequent episode where he was on his comeback. He was wearing the contacts, make his face all look fucked up. A couple weeks before that, I think it was on Superstars, Rick Martel actually had a blindfold match against Coco Beware. Once Coco Beware had the mask on his head, he beat the shit out of Coco for a good 4 minutes. And then he put his own mask on, and then he fucking beat him up a little bit, and then put him in the Boston Crab and won. It was a 2-minute match, but it was like a 7-minute beatdown. And I never knew that existed until I did a little bit of a dive on the matches leading up to it. So there's a little bit of history. Coco Beware's in a blindfold match against the model Rick Martel, and he got the shit kicked out of him because Martel's a dirty cheater. Now I open the floor to you guys. What'd you guys think?
So I remembered loving this match, and going back in, the first thing that I picked up on is when they're putting the mask on Jake, and Jake puts his hand underneath the mask, and he must have been wiping his hair or whatever he was doing. You see his fucking hand clear as fucking day. I was so pissed because I don't remember that at all. And
I didn't even catch it.
In my life, I always thought, no, they were definitely blindfolded the entire match. I believe that they were blindfolded. And then the first thing I see is Jake's fucking hand through the mask. Oh, it ruined how many years of belief. Right in that moment, I see Jake's fucking hand. Fuck me in the ass.
Well, let me ask you though.
It ruined the rest of it. It flipped my merge table.
But you still believed, like, so you enjoyed the hell out of it when you first saw it.
Yes.
Okay. But now you think it's because you're watching it now in the future, like you're looking for things like this?
Tony, I don't know how you missed it, man.
No, I missed.
I don't know how you missed it. His hand's right there, clear as day, when he puts his hand underneath the mask.
Yeah, but you're 39 years old. Did you really think when you sat down to watch this that they were really fucking blindfolded? You're an independent wrestling manager. You know there's fucking tricks and shit, dude.
I know that there's tricks. I know what goes on. But yes, for all these years, I've always in my heart believed they were blindfolded.
But oh my god!
Did you see it?
Because I had it, I still had Peacock open. Dude, when he puts his hand up, it's not even that you just see his fingers. You see the mesh where his eyes were going to be. Do you remember the Machines masks where like the eyes had like the mesh over them, almost like a window screen? Like that's exactly how you see it. It's like waffle. You could see right through it.
Fucking Troy's. Oh, I was so pissed off.
So that's a complete. And now that you saw this,
yeah,
when you watch this match back, completely took you out of it.
I still enjoyed it, but I think it was just the fact that I was like fucking brokenhearted. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt, right? My dream girl just left me.
You eat a little extra raw broccoli that day.
I did. A little extra Rob Rockley, man. Did you guys didn't see this? You didn't see the hand?
I didn't see
Didn't
the
see it.
hand, but I
This
felt
is the
like,
first time I actually noticed it.
When
I
did
felt
you
like
when did you realize that they could see?
the first time I watched the match?
Oh, bend me over.
I had a Halloween costume growing up that had this exact same type of mask, so I could see through it.
I
Obviously,
think
they could.
and I'm not sure, but I think over time, maybe the WWE digitized it a little more, but I'm pretty sure the original WrestleMania 7 VHS tape that I have, that I taped off of the cable box, you can clearly see that there is a square where the eyes are, and at certain angles, you could see that they can see out of it.
Oh, it's so disappointing.
But that doesn't ruin it for me. I fucking love it. I love that it's the perfect case of less is more.
Yeah.
The crowd does not stop. Heenan sells it like it's so fucking loud in here. I'm just gonna write things down for you, Monsoon, because I can't hear a word you're saying.
When Heenan's talking and he's like, I can't hear you, and he's just repeating everything Monsoon says, and Monsoon's like, I just said that, and he goes, what?
They were gold. This was like top level Bobby and Gorilla.
Or when he's going, hey Rick, he's outside, and Gorilla goes, you think he can hear you? He's like, I don't know.
Can he take the mask off now? Can he take the mask off now?
Yeah, he's got to
lift the mask.
Take the mask off. He's like, Martel should have put on a shirt. That would have been genius.
Yeah, it's
Heenan had no stake in this match. He was losing his goddamn mind. It was awesome.
it's the pointing, it's getting the crowd involved. It's the Martel grabbing the referee. It's Jake grabbing the ref. It's Martel touching the bag where Damien is. It's
good.
It's goofy, but it's so fucking good.
The chair shot on the outside too. When
oh my
Martel
god, when
hits
he
the
hits the
pole.
post, or when he's just jabbing the air looking for him.
Yes.
I rewound when I specifically remember watching this with my brother at that age, and we rewound that over and over and over, and just fucking died every time.
Or
It's so
Danny
good.
Davis is counting, and Gorilla's like, yeah, you can count. He can't hear you.
The one thing that bothered me,
One.
yes, the one thing is when Rick Martel Irish whips Jake and he just runs around him, and you're like, how come nobody ever runs around anyone else when they're not blindfolded?
Yeah, and did you
pen
notice?
is down?
But Jake knew exactly where to stop because he put his hands out and he grabbed onto the top rope.
Yep.
Or when he goes to when Martel fucking body slams him and he goes to drop the elbow and there's nobody there and he's selling the elbow.
That was so good.
And the thing was, like, nobody on commentary sold the fact that the reason Jake got out of the Boston Crab was because he climbed up the referee. Like, that's how he was able to power out of it. He started climbing the ref, which got the leverage over, which knocked Martel down. I thought that was a big part of, like, Jake not losing the match because he was able to realize where he was, who was in front of him, and get out of it that way. Because he wasn't making the ropes. I don't know. There was a lot of times though where they were reaching out. But I agree with Matt. Like, it didn't take it away from anything because when I watched this as a kid, a young adult, I really enjoyed the shit out of it, and I didn't see the fingers either.
I watched this with my son too, and he really enjoyed it. So it's definitely an enjoyable match. I wasn't going in thinking this is going to be like a 5-star classic or anything. I just wanted to be entertained.
Yeah,
and I really was during this match.
And you couldn't have had this match with anybody but Jake, because once you hit the DDT, that's it. Nobody's getting up. Yeah. So it was like the perfect finish for a match like this. It really was. Although pretending for a little while to try to find where Martel was. It's like, touch the canvas, touch the canvas, touch the canvas. He's over here. Lift my hand off the canvas and touch him on the titties. Okay, he's over here.
Man, now I feel like a fucking idiot. There's so many tells that they could see throughout the entire fucking match. Yeah.
But I mean, I went into this looking for them because I never did before.
Fair, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, But like, yeah, there's certain parts where like they played it better than others. Like when they touch each other and they decide to crisscross, Jake knew where the rope was, but Martel just ran into him and fell back. Like that was perfect. And a couple times the cameras were working where they felt like they should work and not catch the stuff. So a couple times they put the effort in to try to avoid it. But like I said, I agree with Matt. I enjoyed it when I first watched it. And this time it was just more of like, let's see how many ways I could figure out that this was fucking work. And I didn't even see the fingers, so I feel like I failed.
You failed.
The whole Dookie Bags. So they thought they had the blindness better, ruining it for him too.
It doesn't ruin your memories, Duke.
No, that's right.
Your memories of the first time you watched it, they'll always be there. And that's why I fucking love this match. Nobody else? Anything else?
No,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, huge fan. Love this match.
Did it ruin your childhood, HK?
No, not at all. Like it was still very entertaining to watch. But like, you know how like when you pick up on something that maybe you wish you didn't. That's
like blading on camera.
Right. That's exactly what happened there. And it's still super enjoyable. I thought they did a really good job working the match. But then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, God damn it, there were so many tells.
Yeah.
So many tells.
But I think even for the crowd, like watching that live, heat of the moment, everybody's excited. I think you get away with that more because it's not the focus.
Right.
The focus is, can they touch each other? Did Jake let's help Jake? Why is he moving? No, don't go that way. Go this way. You know.
Right. Yeah, I loved the pointing and the crowd reaction to that was fantastic. And commentary, when you get those two on commentary, it's always gonna enhance the match. So yeah, I mean, I give it a thumbs up for sure. I just wish I would have seen the hand.
And later, like Jake actually kind of like gave up on that, but he started clapping to get Martel's attention and then moving around a little bit.
I like that a lot. That was good.
Because he was like, the pointing ain't working. Let me try that. I could get him to follow where I'm clapping.
Well, great homework assignment, T-Dunk.